So, integrating services or resources. Let's spend a little bit of time talking about the distinction. I think this used to be very important when for example, a data set was tied to a physical object, a hard drive or storage tape or something similar. So making sure that these kind of data sets, they were findable, accessible, interoperable, and reusable as we want the data to be. It was at least to a degree similar to making sure that the library book could be found, accessed, and used. Managing a physical copy of the dataset was seen as sort of fundamentally different from managing a service. For example, managing a service that provides weather predictions by crunching weather station data more or less directly. However, this distinction matters much less now, as datasets have, for the most part, become accessible online, and at the same time, the services have become more and more dependent on datasets. When considering integrating a service or resource into EOSC, is breaking new ground by dramatically extending the potential user community. The challenge is documenting the new resource in a way that it works in a predictable manner in a completely new platform and supporting potentially completely new use cases. So the EOSC IT service management system provides a common framework that helps achieving this goal. It's based on open standard called FitSM that provides common concepts, requirements, and other support components that can be used to improve the perceived quality of services. In practice, it's not necessary to read the whole standard. The EOSC integration process focuses on two things: describing the function of the service or resource in such a way that the potential users can find and understand it, and identifying key roles and processes, such as help desk or security contact points that are specific to the new service. These are the key interfaces between the SMS and the newly integrated resource that make it possible to benefit from the common quality assurance framework. This process may be difficult to grasp as the management of the resource before EOSC integration has typically relied on tacit knowledge. Everyone just knows who to ask for help, who to report errors to, and who to call in case there's a security issue that needs attention. It may not have been necessary to document contact points or help desk. Service owner tends to be implicitly known or even develop the resource descriptions that wouldn't rely on shared historical knowledge among the developers. So the IT service or resource management documents this complexity and creates a standardized installation instructions, collects knowledge about recurring problems and workarounds. It will also encourage standardization of the ways the new service deals with problems while also bringing dedicated staff to provide support and troubleshooting. This is one of the primary mechanisms that allows EOSC integration to act as this vaccine against the phone calls. So, as mentioned, we are talking about services and resources in a somewhat interchangeable way. However, you could say that there are still two schools of thought when it comes to describing the EOSC. So the first one is that everything is fair, this findable, accessible, interoperable, and reusable data, or that everything is a service. And as mentioned before, the distinction these days is somewhat academic. In the end, you take something to a new platform and make it available for new audiences. So the high-level process should be similar. We could also discuss to what degree we should make distinctions between publication, software, and training. But in general, the common subcategories that we discuss are services, research products, or training resources. And if these are sort of abstracted into resources and we sort of differentiate only where and when necessary, we end up with this common high-level process to connect resources to EOSC.